Yahshua was for us and how we can continue on. John 7 is a great example because it starts out when Yeshua and his disciples are coming back for the feast of Sukkot. And when they are going, they cannot find him. He was not going to show himself because he knew the people were going to kill him, but his time was not ready yet. So the people were looking for him, and he came out, and then they were talking, and then the Yehudim were looking for him and says, how does he know the scriptures, having never learned? And starting in verse 16, Yahushua answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. If any man will do his will, he shall know that of the doctrine, whether it be of Elohim, or whether I speak of myself. He that speaks of himself seeks his own glory, but he that seeks his glory sent him. The same is true, and no unrighteousness is in him. So that is just one example of what Yeshua left for us, and what example we can do is that he does the will of his Father. He does the doctrine. And for those that don't know, the doctrine that he's talking about is the Old Testament, is the Torah. The Torah is the first five books of the Bible, and that is the doctrine his Father talking about, because back in the day, they didn't have these books. They didn't have the writings of Paul until way later, so he is referring to the Torah of his Father, which is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, and those have laws and commands and things that Yahuwah, God, wanted us to do. And another thing, now Yeshua, you'll notice something here, and the second example is that he speaks softly, he speaks gently to the people. Did not Moshe give you the law, and yet none of you keep the law? Why do you go about to kill me? The people answered and said, you have a devil. Who goes about to kill you? Yahushua answered and said to them, I have done one work, and ye all marvel. Moshe therefore gave unto you circumcision, not because it is of Moshe, but of the fathers. And ye on the Shabbat circumcise a man. If a man on the Shabbat receives circumcision, the law of Moses should not be broken. Are ye angry at me because I have made every man wit whole on the Shabbat? Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. Then some of the Yerushalayim, is not this whom they seek to kill? But lo, he speaks boldly, and they say nothing unto him. Do the rulers know indeed that this is very much Mashiach? Howbeit, we know whence he is, but when Mashiach comes, no man knows whence he is. And Yeshua, he spoke gently. He did not retaliate ruthlessly, and that is something humans need to work on in general. Everybody, including myself and everyone, when you are in a situation when people want to attack you and hurt you. Now, this moment, people wanted to kill Yeshua. They wanted to hurt him, and he still spoke kindly. He still spoke softly to them. He did not rise up and send messengers on them like he could have. He could have easily made them all fall down. He could have all made them die. Anything could happen. But he spoke softly to them to leave an example to us that we need to be gentle to the people around us. And that is the way we're going to bring the people to the kingdom, is we are going to teach them with gentleness. We are going to teach them with kindness, with the Torah, with love. And that is the way we can do it, because when we speak harshly, like it says in James, when we speak harshly with the tongue of evil, and then we go and praise Yah, it is just it's a wicked thing in Yah's sight, and that is something that needs to be spoken of more, that our mouths should be kept holy, that we need to be more kind, and that is something a lot of people speak about as love, but nobody actually does it, and that is something I challenge all of you to work on, is to have more love in your life, and have more gentle speech when you teach the word, and when you are in situations that people want to hurt you and they are against you, that you need to speak gently to them and calmly to them. See how they respond differently. And I promise you, things are going to go much smoother than they would when you go about it angrily.